The former aide to Margaret Thatcher said the US administration see Brexit as a tremendous development for the future of the US-UK special relationship. Nile Gardiner, who is currently the director of the Margaret Thatcher Center for Freedom at the Heritage Foundation, told Express.co.uk, "It is the engine of the free world. And there is overwhelming support for Brexit from American conservatives. And also I think that the US administration and also many leading members of Congress see Brexit as good for the US economy, which is why you already have at least 5 congressional resolutions urging a US-UK free trade agreement. Brexit is going to be very for economic freedom on both sides of the AtlanticNile Gardiner. The Trump administration has already declared its intent to move forward with a US-UK free trade deal, and so the world's biggest economy and strongest economy in the world is going to benefit from Brexit, because Brexit, I think, is going to help generate jobs in the United States. It is going to generate more foreign direct investment. It's going to be very for economic freedom on both sides of the Atlantic." Mr. Gardiner said Brexit is not just seen as a great opportunity across the US but also in many parts of the world, citing Australia, New Zealand, Canada, India and Singapore. The foreign policy expert added, "In all of these countries already the governments are moving towards the creation of free trade agreements with the United Kingdom. They see Brexit as a great opportunity." Mr. Gardiner said Remainers fear Brexit will be a success as he highlighted on the opportunities on offer with Britain's exit from the EU. Brexit news. Nile Gardiner said Remainers fear Brexit will be a success. Image Getty. Fox News. The former aide to Margaret Thatcher called on the isolationist Remainers to look beyond the borders of Europe and added, "Brexit truly is about being an extremely successful Britain on the world stage that is going to be a great force for free trade and prosperity and freedom, and the opponents of Brexit really are very inside-looking figures who fear Brexit will such a great success that it will revolutionize Europe after decades of supranationalism. So there is so much at stake here, but I'd say across the world there is a lot of optimism about Brexit." US President Donald Trump gave Britain a massive boost in February by declaring that trade between the UK and the US will be very substantially increased after Brexit. The US president announced that the special relationship will be strengthened further, following a new mutual trade arrangement agreed by both countries worth at least £12.8 billion a year for transatlantic trade. He also significantly raised hopes of a wide-ranging free trade deal between the UK and US by insisting he wanted to see transatlantic business significantly increased. UK and US officials signed a mutual recognition agreement last month which will mean current trade relations between the historic Western allies will be preserved after Britain quits the EU. The US president said, "We're continuing our trade and we're going to be increasing it very substantially." The mutual recognition agreement replicates the current deal between the EU and US on technical standards for exported goods and means there will be less disruption between Britain and America after Brexit. The arrangement is not a free trade deal, but it will benefit many sectors of Britain's economy, including technology, telecommunications and pharmaceuticals. The government said on Friday the UK will not lower food standards in order to secure its post-Brexit trade deal. A Downing Street spokeswoman said, "We have always been very clear that we will not lower our food standards as part of a future trading agreement."